Woo-hoo! Welcome to the Holy Shiftball podcast. We are excited about the podcast today. I'm Bethany. I'm your energy alongside my fabulous, my wonderful, my fun co-host Sharon. And we are here to bring the wacky, the wild, the fun conversations around life's shit and holy shift moments. So buckle up, Buttercup. Good morning, Sharon. How are you?
Good morning, Bethany. I am absolutely fabulous. I'm great. It's happy that Thursday's here. Podcast for wonderful listeners. It's wonderful. How are you? And what amazing Shiftball moments did you have this week?
Wow. So I am here in Orlando, Florida. I flew in a few days ago. I went to Daytona Beach at my mentors, my best friend, my galactic sister. And so I found when I got to Daytona, to her house, I found comfort and I shifted because I was close to the ocean. It was absolutely one of those moments where it's just like, okay, I'm going to have some of this. This is fun. So yeah, that was my Holy Shiftball moment for the week. What is your Holy Shiftball moment for the week, Sharon?
Oh, I wish mine was as beautiful and serene as yours. But what mine is that the universe decided I needed rest and reset. And I was literally horizontal for 2 days with a fever and my sinuses negotiating, please clear so I can breathe, begging for a functional nasal passage, riding the roller coaster of fever and chills like it was some sort of twisted spa treatment from hell. But my aha moment came when I realized my aha moment was rest isn't laziness, it's alignment. And that is a huge realization for me because I have a hard time sitting and doing nothing and just being, because there's always something to do. There's always, I could be doing this, I should be doing that. So yeah, so rest isn't laziness, it's alignment. That was my Holy Shiftballs moment.
And you know what, Sharon? You deserve that rest. You work hard, you are hard, you're just amazing. You deserve it, girl. So hey, Sharon, who do we have on the Holy Shiftball podcast this week?
We have Shaz Cini. Shaz is an international transformative life coach, a psychic medium, and a Reiki master teacher, spiritual mentor, and author. So for over a decade, Shaz has been dedicating to helping spiritually aligned women navigate their spiritual awakenings and discover joy, clarity, and purpose that comes from aligning with their true selves. Shaz talks to angels. We talk to Taco Bell drive-through attendants, but somehow this is going to align beautifully. Welcome to the show, Shaz.
Woo! Woo!
Morning, ladies.
Hi, Shaz. How are you this morning?
I am fantastic. Thank you. I've just had the best day and it's still going. So it's great.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You are across the pond. Well, many ponds. You're in Australia, correct?
Yes, I'm in Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
It is a beautiful 3:05 a.m. here.
Thank you.
Friday.
Wow. Well, thank you.
So I'm coming to you from the future over there.
Yes, exactly.
I've been down from the future.
Beaming live from the future. Thank you so much for getting up in the middle of the night to do this with us. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for the invite. I'm so happy to be here. I really am.
Yes. Well, Shaz, great question to kick off the podcast. What in the hell was your holy shift ball moment?
So today we have, well, I've had half a dozen this week, I have to tell you. So my first one is that we finally got confirmation. I am a co-author of a 22 author book, and it is at the publisher getting printed. I placed my order. I will have copies in my hand next week, so I'm really excited about that. 22 beautiful women coming together to share their life stories. And my story is about coming back from despair, from losing everything, being homeless, losing my job, losing my business, losing everything. And I mean everything, and starting again, and how that really made me into the coach that I am today. And it transformed my life in so many ways. Then this week, I also read,
Congratulations
thank
on the
you.
book.
I'm so excited about it. If I had a copy, I would share it, but it's printing on the way. It will be here very soon. So I've already printed 2 journals and a deck of oracle cards and affirmation cards. And this book is something that I've been told to write a book, but the co-author book come up for conference that I'm going to in a few weeks. And I decided to be a part of it. And plus I've got invites to be parts of lots of them all the time. So it's exciting just to share that aspect of self.
That's beautiful. Wonderful.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was probably the biggest one this week, like massive celebration about that. It's just going to get better because I haven't shared it. Mind you, you guys are the first to hear about it, right? I haven't even promoted this on my own podcast. So I have not told anyone about it really, because I wanted to do it when I have the little copy in my hands, and I'm very I'm not boastful in that way. So I will share things when it's done, not while I'm doing it. I don't share my creative genius while I'm planning things. I wait till that happens. So yeah. But
Wow,
it's
thank you for sharing it with us and our audience
Wow.
today. That feel really honored that you made your
yeah.
announcement on our show. Thank you so much,
Thank
Shaz.
you. You're welcome.
You know, Shaz, when you were describing and talking and sharing your holy shift ball moment, I had a full body, energetic. Just my body went to vibrating. So that's pretty amazing. I would love to could you pull a card for us today in one of
I
your
sure
amazing.
can. So I'll do my oracle cards because I have amazing affirmation cards, but some people are sensitive about swear words and they have a beautiful
No,
swear word on them.
we love
But it's a
it. Love
powerful breakthrough. There's a whole purpose behind it. And it came from simply, I was trying to coach someone about something, and it was like talking to a brick wall. And I lost my cool, for want of a better word. I
it.
lost it, and I just started swearing at them and that they are so effing this and so effing amazing. And do you know that you've effing done this and done that? And my spirit guide, who's Archangel Michael, come to me and said, "Did you see how much power is in that?" And that's where those cards got birthed from. Because if I just tell you that you're amazing, most people look at me and go, yeah, no, I'm not. And there's resistance there. But when I come at you and I say, you are so effing amazing, they go, oh, yes, I am. And it breaks through every barrier that we have. Okay, so I'll do a card for the audience first, and then I'll pull one for you girls and see what's coming through. So the audience, what do you need to know today? What's important for you all? We want this one. It's one of my favorite cards. So I'm hoping that you can see it all pretty. And this is the card. It's called Magic,
Magic.
right? And magic is all about Archangel Raziel, and he's a manifesting genius. And magic simply means make a wish and let it happen. So in manifestation terms, speak into existence what you want, say it out loud, make it proud, and all things will happen to you. That's how I manifested my book, right? I turned around and said to Spirit that I'm supposed to write a book. Well, make it happen for me. Somebody else did all the work. It's fantastic. I just had to write my part. I didn't have to do the rest.
Shaz, would you say that when you put, to act or to believe that you already have it, and you will then therefore attract what it is, the magic
Yep.
of it? Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Okay. Cool.
with magic, right? Magic is,
Mhm.
everyone talks about spells and witchcraft or whatever, but words are spell casting. in order to create, manifest, or get anything in life, it doesn't matter whether it's healing, love, attraction, money, wealth, anything, if you don't ask for it or speak it into existence, you will not get it. So magic is using the words in the right way to achieve the goals that you want. So if you want to be an author, turn around and say that I'm an author. And that's how it will happen to you. Not, I want to be an author. One day I'm going to be an author. If you're gonna, you're never going to do nothing. So it's the language that we use and the power we put behind it. So when I did it is I said that at the beginning of the year, and it's written down in one of my journals somewhere, I will be an author, a published author for a book, not my journals and my cards, in 2025. And I had no idea how, and it wasn't even the book or the type of book that I was thinking of getting. And then the opportunity literally fell into my lap. So
Wow.
the universe knows more about it than you do, and you just have to sit back and go, well, this is what I want, make it happen. And that's how magic works for me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was at a social one time. Are you familiar with socials, Shaz?
Yes, so like a dance or a networking thing. Yep.
So it was a wedding social. So they have prizes that you give away. And I put in, my family bought a set of golf clubs and we donated them to this social because it was a family social. So I walked around saying to everybody, I'm winning those golf clubs. Those are mine. I'm taking them home. And everybody's laughing because there's like 300 people or 400 people there. And so they're all laughing, or a couple, well, I don't know how many, but there was a few people. And I'm like, nope, those are mine. Those are mine. I had 2 tickets. Yeah. And I kept showing them the one ticket. These are mine. I'm winning them. Well, it actually was the other ticket that was drawn, but I won them. And so I straddled that golf bag and rode it around the dance floor. There may have been drinks involved, but I made it happen.
You know,
I love that.
What's interesting? Yeah. Go ahead. You know what's interesting? Sharon and I were having this conversation just this out, spelling words. And how interesting is it that when we get up in the morning, we say morning, good morning. Well, the word of morning is you're at a morning, awake. You're grieving the dead, the loss, your grief. That's the energetic vibration of saying good morning. You're wishing someone to mourn well. So it's just interesting and how words, word spelling and being aware of the wordage, the verbiage in which you are speaking, and how that on an energetic frequency of vibration may therefore affect the other being in which you are speaking, telling the spelling word too.
Yes.
That's why in Australia we say g'day. So if you meet an Aussie, like 9 times out of 10, instead of saying good morning, good afternoon, we're all just going to say to you g'day, which is good day shortened in the Aussie slang. It's a famous thing that we do. I understand that aspect of it. So the morning grief morning is spelt differently, but it's still all about the basis of the language when you break it down to the separate words. And so my first thought when I wake up, I do a lot of Abraham Hicks morning rampages. So it's like, today is an amazing day. It is a fucking great day. Like some of my favorite TikToks that I watch are, get out of bed, go and do this today. Take the day by the horns, run with it, go be what you need to be.
Exactly.
With your NLP Master Practitioner, would this subconscious mind know the difference between using the word morning and morning?
It's context. So yes, it does. So we use morning and afternoon, and the spelling of it is different. To mourn is MOURN. So unless you're a really bad speller, like a lot of people can be. And there's the different aspects of the connotation that you put on it. So many words sound the same, but they have very different meanings. And like, don't get me started on the English language of there, and there. Okay. So they're all spelled differently and they do have very different meanings, but it's the context that you put behind it. We do think of morning, sunrise, of a new day, a new dawn, whatever it may be. But I do find language and the way that we spell cast with our words has a massive impact on what we're doing. If you wake up and go, oh, morning, in a very low voice, that is the morning aspect of the negativity vibration. But that's why they put good in front of it.
It's also like,
Yeah, I found it. Go ahead.
It's also the vibrational frequency with which you deliver your words, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I lagging?
No, it's good.
Okay.
No, I found it so interesting, with the word spelling of earn. You got to go out and earn a paycheck. Well, a earn is a housing for the dead. It's just so interesting how the word spells and how it all comes together. Yeah. So Shaz, I got a great question too. What was your first, wait a minute, holy Shiftballs, I'm not crazy. This is, these experiences are happening for me, not to me.
So I've been correct.
What was?
Yeah, I've been connected to spirit since I was 2 years old. So my awareness of it was as a 2-year-old. It's something that I was naturally born with. And I thought everybody saw the world through my eyes. Little did I know, no, they don't. They had no idea. So I had invisible friends, and I talked to dead relatives, and I knew family history about things that you were never meant to know about. And I knew secrets about things that you were never meant to know about. And I got accused of eavesdropping and knowing, like listening into phone calls and knowing things, because I just knew things that weren't there. I also could see animals in the spirit world. I could see colors in the spirit world. I didn't realize the fairies and gnomes and all the things in the garden weren't real. That was my reality up until I was about 10 years old, when people started telling me that I was a bit nutty. And I freaked someone out because I told her after she lost her husband, I don't know what you're crying about. He's right there playing with your child, as she was walking around the street sobbing. And she ran off screaming and like, well, but he's there. And they're going, no, he's not. He died. I'm going, I know he's dead, but he's still right there. And they couldn't see it. So in that way, my sight did get taken away from me, so that it wasn't as verbal and visual to people, trying to explain to people what I could see. But the knowing never left. So I would know that you didn't feel right. My empathy would kick in. I would know what was coming for you. I would know to tell you, don't go do this today, or don't go that way. I would say random things of, can you just don't go down that road? And then they come back and go, do you know there was an accident on that road? Do you know that this happened? And I would predict things 3 or 4 days in advance before they happened. So that awareness was always around for me. When I got into my early 20s, I hid away from it. But even my friends were aware that if you ask me the right questions, and then consent is key for me. I don't read people's energy without permission. So if you don't ask me a question or give me permission to tap in, I don't look at things unless I'm meant to warn you about stuff that's sort of important for saving you without reading your energy, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd ask me a question, and then I'd, what we call verbal diarrhea, tell you what I could see, feel, or know spiritually. And they just sit there going, how the hell could you know that I did this at 5 years old, sort of thing? And I didn't even know what I was saying, because I was just a perfect clear channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Through my 20s, I shut it down because I had emotional trauma. I didn't have a great childhood. I had a lot of things that I had to deal with. But if you ever asked me things, I would tell you. And a lot of it at many stages thought was my own opinion, but it wasn't, because everything that I would say would come true. So I had random conversations with people that I didn't know, and they would come back and tell me, oh my God, I'm going, did I say that? Because I don't remember. Because I channel it, I clear it, because I got enough crap in my own head. I don't need to carry everybody else's bull crap with me all day, every day. You can take that crap home, okay? So I would clear it. So if I tell you something, don't come and ask me 10 minutes later, do you remember? No. Okay. And then I can always tune back into it, but I don't remember. It's not in my brain, because my brain has enough to cope with. And so I did readings for family and friends, and sort of professionally on and off throughout my 20s to 40s. And when I was at home, depending on where I live, I'd send out business cards to the local area and do readings at home for people and stuff like that. But it wasn't till I was 40 years old, which was 12 years ago, that I started doing it more professionally. And I worked in a shop, and then I built my own business, and I had a crystal shop. And that's where it led to my despair, and my chapter in my book is that first business that I had failed. And it was about the recovery of that. And it failed because my aunt and uncle died, and there was a whole lot of endings around it. And my business had to sacrifice to save someone. So
Oh my gosh. That's
it was,
Hey,
yeah.
Shaz,
incredible.
do you think you can tap into the energy of the wing lottery numbers and go ahead and download those to me?
Shifter shit. Can you tap into the winning lottery numbers?
You know how many times I get asked that? And let me tell you, if I could, I ain't sharing it with you guys. Hell no.
Well,
It's not something that you can do. And anyone that tells you that they can are quite frankly lying. It is not something that you can do, because that goes against natural universal law and free will. It's like that.
Yeah.
Do I wish I could? Like
No.
it's really funny. One of my first readings as an early 20-year-old, I went to this lady and she did a tarot reading, and she told me way back then that I was going to win lotto, and she tried to give me the so-called lotto numbers, and I played them for a while because I sort of believed it. And Spirit turned around and said, you probably will win it one day, but it won't be today, and it certainly won't be with those numbers, because nobody can predict them.
Exactly.
And I had a dear friend that watched the lotto numbers, seen the different colored lotto balls, and still put the numbers on for the wrong lotto draw, because Spirit made her play the wrong game. And those numbers did come out on the draw that she saw, because you're not meant to do it. So when you're not meant to do things, the universe will intervene so it doesn't work.
I got a question for you, Shaz. What's one belief you used to have that turned out to be complete shit? And what did you shift it into?
How many do you want to start with? There's so many. So a lot of my big clearing in this life, especially in the later years of recently, have been about money blocks and things like that. So the old-fashioned beliefs of money doesn't grow on trees, money's evil, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, you don't deserve to have money, money's hard to come by, all of that. So shifting that to money is easy to come by. When you're in the right frequency, money is easy to receive. You have to open up for receiving first and foremost for that to happen. The same thing as that, and it's one of the big things that led me to the type of coaching that I do, is I was always told that I was broken, that there was something wrong with me because I was different. Okay. I'm highly unique, and I receive my spiritual gifts and my spiritual connection vastly different to most other people, but everybody's like that. We're all different. So I always thought that I was blamed for a lot of things in my childhood. My mother's favorite thing is, it's your fault. So up until I was like 10 years old, I used to think if there was a plane crash over on the other side of the world, that was my fault, that I created that. So I was not the creator of all evil, was one of my big clearings, is that I didn't make bad things happen because somebody else decided that that was punishment for me. So they were big beliefs that I had to clear and let go of, and old stories that I had to clear. And now I'm the creator of the beautiful universe, and I have my world. So I was having my class last night, and one of the girls was saying, oh, I wanted to ask you about this, what's going on in the news. And I'm going, who are you talking about? They've gone, haven't you heard about this thing in the news? I'm going, no, but it's everywhere. I'm going, well, it's not in my world because I haven't seen it. So my biggest lesson is I am the creator of my world, and what goes on outside of it is none of my business unless I choose it to let it be. So I accept things in if I want to, and if I don't, it doesn't exist. And I like it like that.
Absolutely. I agree. Now, you said you had to open yourself up to receive financial abundance. What do you mean by open yourself up, for those of our listeners who aren't aware of that?
Okay, so a lot of us will turn around and say, I want to be rich, I want abundance and everything like that. And then your friend will go and give you a gift, and you go, no, I can't have that because it's not your job to give it to me. Or let me buy you a coffee. Here's the money for the coffee, instead of just saying thank you. So we are taught not to really receive, or that in order to receive, we must exchange. There has to be tit for tat. So if you buy me a coffee, I have to buy you one back. Instead of, that's not abundance. Okay. For me, abundance is if we go out and just say that I have money and you don't, and I want to buy something, I'll spend the money. And if you want to buy something, I will just go, okay, cool. Today, I had lots of things gifted to me. I had a kinesiology session and I got up to pay the lady. She goes, I know it's already been paid. And I've gone, there's only one sneaky bugger that would do that. And it was my friend, and it was a gift that she wanted to give me. So I just said thank you and gave her a hug, and it was beautiful. So I've received so many beautiful things today. And normally I'd go, no, here's the money. You know what it's like when someone buys you something and you try and pay for it? Well, that's not receiving. And you had to shift the mindset because you get taught that that's taking or using someone, or it's the wrong thing. You're taking advantage of someone's good nature. But their ability to share that abundance with you, because you take away the joy that they receive of giving. And we all want to be givers, but a lot of us don't want to receive. And it has to be a two-way street. It has to have yin yang, and there has to be the polarity of both of it for it to work.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yes. Well, we want to play a game with you right now, Shaz. It's called the shit or shit segment, where we're going to ask you some questions and you respond with either it's shift or shit. All right, you ready? All right. So first
Sure.
one, manifesting parking spots, shift or shit?
Shift. It's Peter the Parking Fairy or the Parking Angels are our best friends, and I get a parking spot at the front of everything everywhere I want to be. And if I can't get a parking spot where I want it, and if it's not there, I'm not meant to go there at that time, and I won't stop.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Great answer. Okay. Shift or shit, Chaz. Spiritual waking comes with a manual.
Shit. No, it don't. It is different for every person on the planet. I have a podcast called Spiritual Awakening with Shaz, and if you think everybody's awakening journey is the same, you are living in a fairyland that doesn't exist. It can be beautiful, it can be peaceful, or it can be a total shit show. 90% of awakening comes through grief, trauma, breakdowns, rock bottom, or losing all your shit. And that's when people awaken. And we create tragedy and hardship where it doesn't need to be. When it is meant to be shifting, it's meant to be easy. There are signs, there are synchronicities, there are plenty of insights long before you need to awaken for you to hit that burden, but we don't pay attention.
That's awesome. Okay, shit or shift, dream journals. Are they portal to wisdom or night scribble?
They are the absolute shift and the portal to wisdom. Our dreams is a space where our unconscious mind processes things that we consciously will not awaken to. So it is I do lots of journeying. I do lots of astral traveling. I go and do spiritual journeys on astral planes and everything like that. So when you have a vivid dream and you can remember it and you journal through it, this is where your healing can take place on the astral plane without you consciously having to do it. And it's where you can create greater ascension to all aspects of spiritual awakening. But most people don't remember their dreams first thing. They don't write them down, and they then look at them through a 3D lens of judgment or what they think they know about something, rather than the full picture lens of what the dream's about. So they'll go, oh my God, I've seen a snake. That's a bad sign. But what was the snake doing? Okay, seeing a snake doesn't tell me anything compared to, was it crossing your path, climbing a tree, shedding its skin? They all have different meanings, and people don't drill down into what the full aspect of the dream is telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. That's
Yes.
incredible. I never thought about, like you say, drilling down and what was that particular animal doing? Like that's pretty cool. Very question for Shaz or shit. If you don't listen to the signs and signals the universe is giving you, does it just keep slapping you upside the head and with greater and greater messages until you finally go, oh, okay, I think that's something I should pay attention to. I think I need to make a change here.
Yes, it absolutely does. So this is what I call the shit show. With the synchronicities and signs from spirit, your higher self, your guides, everything in the universal aspect of self, they will give you sign after sign after sign. They will give it to you visually. They'll give it to you So you can hear it auditorily. They'll give it to you via knowledge. They'll give it to you via feeling until you get it. If you continue to ignore it, last line of defense is your body. They will make you create disease, pain, injury, because that is the one thing we'll pay attention to. Most of us will skip the signs and all the things around it, all the messages, everything. But when you go and stub your toe or bang your head on a thing or have a car accident or create disease or get sick or lose your voice, you'll finally start paying attention.
And so in those moments, what are you paying attention to? What's happening around you, or how are you getting that message from the universe?
So if they visually send you, just say you're out and about today. So give me a visual sign that I had today. Okay. I always go to the simple example of crows, right? So just say you're out and you see a crow and you ignore it. And then you see another crow and you ignore it. And you see like 3 crows. That's your spirit guides going, hello, the crow's important. We go, oh, I seen a crow today. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. It's then your job to go and work out what is the metaphysical meaning of a crow. Now, a crow can mean, depending on if they're 1 or if there's 2 or if there's 3, because there's poems for that. So can't remember the poem off the top of my head, but I could work it out. So sometimes 3's for a girl, 4 for a boy, or 3's for a wedding and stuff like that. So there's a poem about different numbers. But crows are very magical beings. They are representation for me of Archangel Raziel, which is the same as that magic card that I did. He's represented by that crow. They are very magical. Crows can learn. So if you give them a puzzle, they will figure it out. So it can be telling you to look at the puzzle. So it's about, what does a crow mean to you first and foremost? Or as I tell people, we have Google now, or open like ChatGPT, and go and ask for the metaphysical meaning of the crow and what does it mean. And out of the meanings that come up on Google or in your ChatGPT, something specifically is going to go, that's what that means for me. That's what I need to know right now. And that's your message, is then what you do with that message. And if they can't get it through the crow, they'll send you a similar meaning. So rainbows are magical. Unicorns are magical. Okay, so if the sign is about magic and manifesting and creating and speaking in positive words, they're going to send you affirmations to listen to. They're going to give you words of wisdom. And if you don't pay attention and you just keep thinking, oh my God, I'm hopeless and I'm horrible and blah, 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 eventually they're going to give you pain in your body. And if you don't identify and work on the pain and what that means and what emotional is tied to it, or what the block is, or the limited belief, or whatever aspect the pain is telling you, it will then create disease. And this is why people unfortunately end up with autoimmune cancer, massive disease problems. They need surgery. All of these things are your higher self and your guide saying, wake up and follow the advice I'm giving you, or otherwise, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. I'd like to ask Shaz, what's one holy shift ball tool that you'd give to our audience today so they could shift themselves?
Okay. So my favorite tool to teach people all about is the art of forgiveness, right? I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what baggage you carry, what traumas you carry, what shit stories you're telling yourself. I don't care what happened to you. You had to go through that in order to get to where you are today. And where you are today is fucking amazing. You are beautiful. You are God source, powerful energy. And this is who you were always meant to be. So whoever did shit to you, right? You have to cut the cords to that. You have to sever it, and you have to forgive them and forgive yourself. And I use Ho'oponopono, right? And it means to make right twice. And it's about 4 phrases. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. And I love you. And you do the clearing on that. And in the clearing of that, forgiveness is not about absolving the other person or letting them off the hook or anything like that. Forgiveness sets you free. Okay. Yes. I don't care what you've been through, because there's a post on my threads today about it. You slayed the dragon. You already killed it. Why are you allowing it to ruin your life? Okay. Whatever you've been through, you won. You are a winner because you already overcome it, because there's only one true loss in life, and that is death, because it's the only thing you cannot come back from as this portion of your soul. Everything else you can heal. and you already won. So
Yeah.
because so and so said that you'll never be worth anything, well, you obviously defeated that because you're still here and you are worth something, because look at who you are. And we don't focus on where we're at, who we are, what identity we're sitting in, or what portion of ourselves is important right now, when we should be looking at that. Okay. That made you who you are today, and who you are today is fabulous. Own her.
Oh, wow.
Embrace her, love her,
Mhm.
and show the fuck up as her,
Yeah.
And
because she couldn't get here without it.
you're here and you're winning because you're
Yeah, you're
amazing.
an absolute winner. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Shaz, oh my gosh, it has been so wonderful to have you on the show today. Like you
My pleasure.
have been amazing. Your words of wisdom have been truly inspirational, and I love the cards that you created, and just your whole presence and your energy. And again, thank you for getting up in the middle of the night and being here with us.
My
Where
pleasure.
where can our viewers and listeners get a copy of the book that you have, and
Yeah.
connect with you and have their own shift with Shaz?
Okay, so I have a website, and it's www.shazcini.com, and it's on your screen over here. I'm also
Okay.
on Facebook under Shaz Cini. So there are two Shaz Cini profiles, my profile page and my business page, and either works. They're the best places to contact me. My book is not on my website yet because I don't have the full copy, but I will be putting it up on my website in my shop as a purchase link to the print on demand store, because they're printed on demand. So I did print a few copies I have a dear group of friends that everything I do, they want some. So they're going to have copies of that, but they can be sent anywhere. So it's with Ingram Publishing, and they will send it out wherever it wanted in the world. And there will be an Amazon launch for it. And as soon as I have the details of that, I will share it with everyone on my page, on my website, and things like that. It's not quite ready yet.
And send it to us as well, please, so that we can
I
share it
will.
with our audience.
Thank
We'd
you.
love to promote
I
your book on our
appreciate
show.
that.
That's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. Well, thank you again so much, Shaz. This has been an absolute shift for not only myself, but I'm sure Sharon and our audience.
Oh,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Thank you for listening and having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Have
Have
a
a
great day,
wonderful
everyone.
day. Get some sleep.
I will.
Wow,
Wow,
that was
Sharon.
pretty incredible. That was really
That
incredible. Love.
that was so much fun. I am so looking forward to our guest next week. Who do we have on the show next week?
Oh, okay. Next week we have Lindsay Grace. Lindsay is a soul alignment coach that custom creates your journey using her soul alignment framework. Say that 5 times real fast. Lindsay helps women align with their divine design so they can stop hiding, start creating, and live their truth with power and purpose. So that'll be pretty enlightening as well. Mhm.
That will
Women's
be a lot
empowerment.
of
Here
fun.
we go.
Sharon, thank you so much. And remember, shift just got real. It's time to see you next week, next Thursday. All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.